We ready?
Welcome back, guys, to the Horrified Bean Podcast.
Fuck, you beat me.
Two
I'm
beans.
here with Matthias and... Sure, fuck your name again.
Audacity.
Jacko, we're all three back.
Jack
we're
off,
back.
yeah, Jack
we apologize for
Hey.
how late these videos are coming out, but we're trying our best.
Yes, we're having some
Yes.
scheduling
Yeah.
issues.
Scheduling fucking issues.
Scheduling. I just
Scheduling
came back
issues.
from my brother's graduation.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah,
You care
apparently-
about your family?
Apparently,
Fuck
apparently family's more important than
I
yeah, you
apologize.
guys see this
Podcast.
shit? He don't like you.
I'm a family man.
But alright, this is another episode, second episode of Creepy Bean Hour.
creepy.
Yeah,
creepiest.
we're doing stories, creepy shit, so...
¿Cree usted en los fantasmas? Si su respuesta es no, puede que esté a punto de cambiar de opinión.
La denuncia de un objeto volador no identificado.
No, you better wake him up.
Those footprints on the moon.
Showed us that America's future can be determined.
Bro, shout out to LB's on Instagram, bro. I'll leave his Instagram right here, but y'all follow my...
Yeah, he donated us
yeah.
a ring light so you guys can see our beautiful face. And Jocko, you can see him. He doesn't look like an
Yeah.
unlockable character anymore.
It's not Pikachu, it's Jacko.
I was a little dark in those other videos.
Who's that hoe?
Yeah, y'all just saw the floating mic.
He has not been alive, bro.
He was remaining
We had to
anonymous.
record the second episode of Creepy Bean Hour for him to be online. He had the experience.
You only got the trailer, the preview
Yeah, we got
of
the
me.
demo version of Jocko.
Now he's gonna be like way funnier now.
That's what that means.
yes.
You unlocked my aura.
All right, what you got for us, bro?
Me? I'll start up first?
Yeah, go.
Alright. So my first story is called Gotcha.
Damn it.
I knew it was gonna go something.
Spoiler alert, he got him.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead.
On the trip in question, I decided to hike the old Malola Indian trail that followed the ridge tops from Saddle Blanket Mountain to Oak Ridge, one of the Native Americans' favorite summer camps and trading centers. It was a beautiful August day. 2 days into the hike, I expected to be gone about 2 weeks, when literally out of the blue, the most terrifying thing that could ever happen to me in my life occurred. It would change my perspective of reality forever.
An African American.
Oh shit, motherfucker.
He's brown.
I was walking along the trail enjoying the strong breeze and bright sunshine when, in the middle of a step, everything around me started to turn gray and blurry. The only way I could describe it as if suddenly I was looking through someone else's prescription sunglasses. I finished a step and started another. Every inch I moved forward in the darkness increased, and the gray blurring turned into a jumble of shapes that made no sense. I then seemed to pass a barrier and everything started to return back to focus when my foot reached the ground. On the second step, and everything around me had changed. Day had turned into night, and there was no wind. All the Douglas fir and pine trees have been replaced with thick jungle-like growth. The cool, thin mountain air was replaced with a humid, thick air, and there was no stars in the sky. But there was a diffused light that let me see everything clearly. However, I couldn't tell what the light was. As often happens when the human body receives a massive dose of adrenaline, the entire incident appeared to happen like it was in slow motion. And even though I was only there for a second or two, I had time to observe my surroundings. The silence was broken by the continuous high-pitched keening sound, and I was nearly overwhelmed with a sense of fear and danger. My momentum caused me to take one more step before stopping in my tracks. It was at this point I heard a whispered,
Gotcha.
It was at this point I heard a whispered
Gotcha.
over my right shoulder. I couldn't tell if I heard it with my ears or inside my head. The word wasn't directed at me, but something said that word quietly to itself. I was so terrified I actually felt my heart stop for a moment. That whispered word is what saved me. I opened my mouth and gasped in a huge gush of thick air, and I recoiled backwards. In the same footsteps I entered wherever I was. As I threw myself backwards, I looked over my right shoulder. A dark-colored, hairy right hand and arm was reaching for me. Was reaching for my throat over my shoulder.
Dad?
The hand...
I knew it was Jack.
Dad?
Father?
Damn.
The hand had a pale, ivory spade-shaped fingernails. The nails looked clean and almost had a manicured look to them. So he took care of himself. That's pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
clean. He's clean.
Yeah, manicured.
Okay.
The thumb was placed lower, towards the wrist, on the hand than a human's is. Both the hand and the arm were thin and powerful looking, and both were covered in thick, coarse black hair. I got a good look at it because the thumbnail grazed my neck. It did not break the skin, though, as I moved backwards. As I continued to move backwards, the hand clutched where my neck had been a split second before, and it seemed to fade off into the distance as I returned through the portal. I took 2 more steps backwards, and everything reversed itself from what had just happened. The world around me became lighter. The fir, the pines, gradually came back into view, and by the 3rd step I was back in Saddle Blanket Mountain. I continued to move backwards in terror, and as I did, I observed that where I had just come from was a shimmering oval patch of air about the size of a large door. The woods behind it looked like it was underwater. By the 5th backward step, the shimmering areas seemed to have just evaporated and everything was back to normal. By then, my lungs had nearly burst from the volume of air I had inhaled during the huge gasp I had just taken. My body felt like it was on fire from the adrenaline surge. I spun around and ran back down the trail as fast as my legs could carry me, and I didn't stop until I reached my truck. I was nearly 2 days from getting to that place, and it only took me 3 hours getting back. On my way home, I was absolutely horrified at the thought of what would have happened to me if I were to drive my truck into something like that.
Horrified?
It had been horrified.
Like a horrified bean?
Oh, you said the name. You said the name.
You lost it.
5-year-old.
It had been a trap, pure and simple. Whatever it was that tried to kill me somehow kept the portal hidden from me on the way in, and I didn't actually see it until I was back out again. I had terrible nightmares for years, and I still haven't come to grips with what happened. My fingers are trembling and the hair is standing up on the nape of my neck as I write this. Severely shaken, I read everything I could get my hands on about people who have mysteriously disappeared throughout history, and discovered several instances of where people had vanished in plain sight in front of others. The quantum physics people have a theory about parallel universes. They just might be right. Since I originally wrote this, a report from Starter County, California was submitted to the BFRO. I don't know what that stands for.
BFRO.
The person who submitted the report drew a picture of the creature he saw in a tree. The right hand on that picture is exactly the same one I saw, and the forearm of the left arm is exactly like the forearm of the creature that attacked me. This is the picture. It's a little monkey man.
Jago? No, what the fuck is that? Dude, that's crazy. So this motherfucker really went into a fucking portal to another dimension.
I didn't know we was getting like crazy tonight. Like I was ready for like serial killers and haunted dolls. He said quantum realm.
I was like, what?
Parallel. Do you guys actually believe in parallel universes?
100%.
I do too. You know what I think? So you guys have had, or you've heard about at least near-death experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I do.
So what my thing is that there is no such thing as near-death experiences. The near-death experiences, when that happens to you, you die in that universe, but your conscience somehow immediately transfers to a parallel universe where you didn't die, and it appears to be as a near-death experience.
So it resumes.
So it resumes like a save checkpoint.
Oh,
yeah,
so what do you?
So your other body died in that universe.
So what if like
you die?
What if you're like 102 years old and you're about to die? Would your consciousness go to a universe where you didn't die as 102 and you died at 103?
You keep living? That'd be such a torture, bro.
Hey,
that's why
life hack.
That's why none of us can perceive the actual concept of death, because you can't imagine yourself dead because
you're not dead.
You're not dead, yeah. And I don't think you'll ever experience that. You'll never experience that.
That is a crazy thought. Like
your conscience just constantly jumps from person to person in alternate universes until I don't know. Something happens.
Like,
I don't think you die.
It's so hard. Like, really try to picture yourself not existing.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
That's why, if you think about it, it's hard. Like, you just think
it's impossible.
Think about when you were alive. Think about 1988. literally that's how it is to die. You don't know shit because like you weren't there. You weren't
it's
even
crazy to
born.
think.
Yeah, 1988.
Or something like that. I don't know.
So far back.
No, but yeah, were you alive in 1988? No, you were not.
I could have been.
No.
Yeah, it was, but his conscious jumped to this
Yes,
guy.
near death experience.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that mean that you kind of like? Never mind. I was gonna say
You're basically immortal.
Yeah, basically.
So do you believe it's like you're in this constant cycle of this life? Like you'll always, when you die, you just be born again.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
think. Yeah.
your
Like-
consciousness will start over and
Yeah.
something else.
Like it's hard to like imagine a time where you weren't alive.
because
Like,
you can.
You can. You're all alive. Like you.
You know what my theory is about death? So like imagine like basically like kind of like it's kind of like yours, but like here's is the thing when like when you die, you're born in another human body. You're a different person, different country, different language, different everything. But here's the thing though, I think of it as like if, for example, one of me died, and it was born into your body, and then someone else died and it was born to his body, but we're all the same person connected. Just one person, just like kind of like one mind, just keep dying, being born in a different place.
So we're always
we're
I
all
feel like
just
saying.
one. We're basically like when people say like think of another person like it's you, but it makes sense because like what if that person actually is you, but like different time, it's just
But I'm me.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
So you're saying like we're all like one conscience,
yes, but
but we
don't
all
know
have
it.
different personalities.
Personalities,
So
Okay.
you're
different bodies,
saying
yeah. And every time you die, you're born in another body, but it's exactly your same mind in a different body, but you're different because you grow in a different place, different culture, different people. But basically, all of them is the entire planet is just you. We're just one.
So I can't get in trouble if I walk up to a random dude right now and just grab this junk. Like, don't worry, man. It's ours
We're all
too.
the same
We're all the same.
Yeah, if y'all just started making out, it wouldn't be gay.
not
'Cause
do
you're
that.
just-
Apparently, you wouldn't believe this or not. Me and you are the same person.
And I feel like my nut itches.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, dude. I felt an itch coming. I had to get it for you. You're welcome, bro.
No, but that's what it means. That's why I feel like that's some people have a theory. That's why you feel like empathy towards a lot of people because it's you getting hurt, or somewhat like you in some other body getting hurt, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. It's because I also saw this type of theory. This guy made an animation about it. He basically explains it way better than I do and has visuals about it, and it's so good because it's like he just explains how everybody's just just one. It's just like one person in different bodies, different everything. But it's cool. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you think about it. But yeah, the quantum fucking physics and shit. I feel like if we were like to go and like discover more shit and how like quantum physics and mechanics work, we could literally enter different realms, like in reality.
Different dimensions, though.
and
You
stuff,
think we're
yeah.
gonna see that in our lifetime?
Maybe you never know.
I don't think so.
Dude, you see what Elon Musk is doing, bro? Neuralink. That motherfucker says that like he had an interview like it's not perfect. There's definitely like lags and shit, but this motherfucker just thinks about where the mouse or shit's gonna move, and it does. How cool that fucking thing.
You got a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, like it's just crazy. Like if you had a chip, you can just think about the TV turning on and switching to a channel with a certain volume already,
Yeah.
brightness and everything. You just think about it in
So-
a fraction of a second, and it's there.
What if I think about porn for a split second and
It'll
then
be
it just
right.
pops up on the TV?
I'd be terrified. 'Cause the shit I think is
Hell no, no, but I feel like there'll be certain things that you can control. Like whenever you're thinking about it, like random shit is not gonna pop out. Like
Yeah.
you know how to control it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's like you turn it on and be like, all right, guys, feet pictures. Go.
what if it's like, what if like you got in an argument with somebody? Let's say it was like one of your family members, and you always have that really bad thought, like I wish you just died.
Oh my god.
What will happen? Because like you mean the shit you say in your head, but you don't say it because
Yeah, but I feel like there would be like a certain. Like,
you know what I mean. Like did he just explode?
no,
Or you just fall.
false limp to the ground.
No, it's damn you, Elon! Damn you!
I take it back that way. No, but like I feel like there'll be certain limitations so you don't do shit like that. Or
Yeah.
think shit
You
like
become
that.
a superhumans,
Oh,
like
bro, that'd be so cool.
Have you seen all the shit that iOS 18 is gonna have?
Bro, I was just watching. I'm definitely getting that phone, bro. Like I'm gonna save.
Is that only for like the iPhone 15 or something?
iPhone 18?
Oh, what?
We're already on number 18.
What happened to 16, 17?
They're just skipping.
they've been
shit.
out.
No.
No. No, it's 18. It says 8. No, the update. I mean, iOS 18.
Yeah, iOS 18.
Yeah,
but I think it's only gonna be on iPhone 15.
Yeah, so I don't want to fucking get it, bro.
I only have the 11.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm living
Same.
in the
Really?
past.
You
Yeah.
have the 11?
Yeah.
I have an 11 of. I still have mine that's like I crushed it with my forklift, and like they're charging me like $200 to fix it. But if I have Apple Care, it's like $25.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be like, I got Apple Care on this phone, and I'm gonna say I have it on the other one. They'll fix it, and I'm just go in there, log in, and have it. They'll be like, "Where is it?" Here, bitch. Like, oh, $25. You know. It's
All right. Enough tech talk.
All right.
Your
so,
turn.
All right, my turn. We went on.
Yeah,
Wait.
you went on a rant with Apple.
Alright, so
I brought it up.
yeah. All right, so this one I'm gonna do the crime one first because it's pretty good.
Okay.
So this one's called "Woman Hit by Train." That's a new
By train?
By train.
She got a train
No,
run
by
on it?
Train,
By
like
a
multiple
train.
dudes.
No, a fucking big ass metal.
Whoa!
Like,
Metal thing.
Oh my
You
god.
almost made an android? It's fucking people now?
No, fuck no. Okay.
Was it Iron Man?
No, that's not. No.
Alright, let's hear about this lady who got her
So-
train right on her.
You guys are fucking nasty. Okay. A woman in Mexico has died after being hit by a train that she was trying to position herself next to for a selfie.
Oh, I seen this video. I saw the video.
Yeah, the woman has been identified as 29-year-old Dulce Alondra,
Dulce.
who was day out on Tuesday with her young son to see a vintage steam train known as the Empress. Alondra stood too close to the passing locomotive in the town of Napola de Vilangra, 60 miles northwest to Mexico City. She was struck on the head by one of the pistons and died from traumatic brain injury, according to local media. So the Canadian Pacific 2816, known as the Empress, travels from Calgary in Canada through the United States before reaching the final destination in Mexico City. So it says, well, basically the train Canadian thing says, we regret to share that a woman was fatally injured while standing foul of a passing train soon after it departed a station in the municipality of Napola de Villagran, Hidalgo, on Tuesday. This tragic incident is under investigation. So they're basically kind of like seeing what the fuck exactly happened, but you can see it in the video.
So what happened? She got hit by a train.
Yeah.
End the investigation. We solved it, guys.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to investigate it. They're trying to say they're investigating for some fucking reason. Everybody saw the video, so we know she fucking
We'll
died.
tell them I closed the case, so we're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
close the case.
So what happened was
So it says, an ambulance arrived at the scene, but Alondra died instantly from her injuries. Tributes have been paid to her on Facebook. However, there were some who criticized Alondra for her recklessness. This incident is a reminder of the dangers associated with selfies in unconventional places, a person wrote. Which makes sense, because, like, who the fuck thinks, like, I want to get really close to this train and take a fucking picture? Like, you know the motherfucker's coming in hot. You just get close. Like, what the fuck? No, like, who doesn't know? Like, if it were me,
I like trains.
Yeah, she just wanted the
No.
picture. I
Okay.
hope. Did she get the picture?
Huh?
Did she get the picture?
Yeah, but when she got hit, I think she has the picture.
Hey, if
Have
you
you
can
seen
find,
the video?
No, I have not seen
if
the
you
video.
can find the video, post it. I've seen the video. It's like
yeah,
been
it's
all
right
over
here.
my Instagram.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna show you. I have it right. I downloaded it, bro.
Hey,
You're a sicko.
show everybody else.
I'm about to show that.
We're gonna put people dying on the podcast. Oh, is that one?
Yeah. And they're trying to help her, and she's like.
Did she
dead.
die?
Yeah, she died instantly. You not see the hit?
Rewind it. I'm just kidding.
You see that shit?
Wait, go back.
Look,
Go,
look,
like-
let me show you.
Howie.
Look at the piston. Look at the piston. How fast it's going. Look, and how she's like, and her son is right there next to her. Look.
So her son watched her die.
Yep.
That's pretty horrifying.
Boom. Piston right there. You see
Ooh.
that? Yeah. She died instantly, bro. Even the guy look just like look at his hands like oh just blood like
Ooh.
she's dead.
I want to see the picture.
Someone grab my phone. It's about the train.
Someone recorded this, but it's gonna look so good.
Fuck no, but yeah.
I thought it was that one. Go back. Go back. Go
Oh,
back.
also another incident happened as well with a train.
Oh, see,
and
that's the one I was
somebody
thinking of.
else died. This was where cyclists who like what's it called? They saw a train coming by and they did the exact same thing. And sadly, they died again. They died like instantaneously. Just
Someone
like the
needs to
lady.
stop these trains.
Yes, look at this shit.
Yeah, this is the video I saw.
Look, Boom. Dead.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
Same thing.
Warning, guys. Graphic content ahead.
Yep.
Yes, warning after you just seen it.
Yeah, and the same thing, panicking and shit. Like, oh, but the person's dead already. Like,
But she had a helmet though.
dude, you know how fucking hard that thing's gonna hit you? It's gonna hit you like a fucking train, actually.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Helmets don't
So
work.
my whole thing is, what is it about trains that is so picture worthy? Like,
Yeah, like
what makes
have you
you
not
like?
seen a train in your entire life?
It's the same thing. Like whenever you hear a plane or a helicopter ahead, you've seen
Okay,
it a
a
million
plane
times.
is different because a
You're
motherfucking
like-
plane is flying, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's a little. I understand. What the fuck? I understand.
Yeah, that caught me off guard.
Hey,
What?
It was just
somebody is eating that.
This is
girl's pussy.
porn.
Yeah, it's some
This is porn.
What?
Bridgerton, remember?
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
porn going on in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been
Sorry, guys, there's
distracting
porn
me.
going on behind us.
Can't help it.
No, but yeah, like I said, I understand if you get distracted by a plane more than I like. I don't comprehend why people are getting distracted by a train. It's a fucking train.
Well, even if you didn't never seen a train in your life, something should tell you not to get too close.
Exactly, it's a fucking 20-ton metal thing going like 100 miles an hour. Why the fuck? Would
Even
you
if it
go
was
to
moving slow, like
Yeah, even if
get
it's
the
moving
fuck
slow,
out of
it's
his
gonna
way.
fucking kill you. Yeah, so I don't get it.
Be honest, guys.
Like-
Be honest. If you were standing next to a train,
I would've
you're
stopped
gonna
it.
take a picture.
I would take a picture. But
I would have stopped it.
oh my
I'll
god!
take
I would have stand in
picture.
front and be like, "Halt!" And
You
guess
see
what?
Jacko fucking milkshake all over the fucking train track.
Just burst into like a pink mist.
No. Cause guess what? I'm gonna have a near-death experience,
No.
and then my consciousness
Well,
gonna
that doesn't stop other people around you
Yeah,
from
so
seeing
you
it.
die. For us, you die, but for you, you're in
Yeah,
another
for
fucking
you, you're
universe.
just like,
yeah.
it's a near-death experience. You almost got hit by the train.
I'm just gonna tell him losers life hack and just explode.
No, he burst into like fried chicken and melon.
Oh damn! And I get to miss that because I died.
Yeah, you get to miss that.
Oh.
Me and Jose are gonna be eating it.
Another caution though, just because I said that's what I think happens when you experience near death, doesn't mean you should go try to jump.
Yes, please.
jump off buildings and
Yes.
stuff. All right, to experience it, don't do
Dude,
that.
we have to put warnings out.
You're standing out on over a bridge. It's like Jose said, I can survive this.
It's like, go look at it. It's like,
Don't do it.
It's like, how do you know this is true? I saw it on a YouTube video.
yeah. My this guy said it was cool. So
Like where?
yeah, I'm not gonna die. Watch.
Fucking dies in the most horrific way.
I just feel like I have to put that out there because there's folks. There's folks out there who are just.
Somebody's gonna fucking want to try and jump off like a fucking building.
He said, if I believe hard enough, I would dodge this bullet.
If I believe hard enough,
I would dodge this bullet.
drops dead. No, but don't do it. It's bad. But yeah, like whose side are you on? Are you on
I'm
the side
team
of
train all the
what
way,
the
bro.
fuck? Which side are you on? Are you on the
The
side of-
sides?
that are saying that is like the train was at fault for doing this?
No,
or
no.
Are you like against the lady for being too reckless and being too close to the train? Because like I don't get why the train station is getting investigated. Like what the fuck did they do?
Dude, the train tracks have been there for years.
Mm-hmm.
Trains go through there all
I
the
don't-
time.
I don't
it's a railroad crossing.
Yeah, it's
Why
like a
would you-
fucking giant
it's
enormous
definitely
car.
negligence on behalf of the people.
Yeah.
God
It
rest
is
their souls
negligence.
when they
Yes.
died.
It's sad that she died, but it's her fault.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think.
thing. I feel bad for like taking sides because in the moment she was just like, "Oh, this is a cool moment. I just want to take a picture, get close to the train." But then when it happens, it happens. So it's like I don't want to blame her for what she done, but she was being negligent of the fucking train not killing her.
Yeah, you know what, man? Fuck her. She did it. But yeah, she's like I don't know. Some people really need to start listening to like safety regulations. Stubborn people just don't listen, and then they end up dying or some shit.
Yeah. Next episode, we're filming next to a railroad track.
What?
Yeah.
And we're gonna see if I can really stop the train.
He's like, oh,
We're gonna see if Jocko
Jacko has
can stop a train.
Mm-hmm. I can.
Are black people really that strong? Find out in the next episode of
Horrified
Creepy
bee,
Bean Hour. No,
or
Creepy
horrified,
Bean Hour.
or a creepy bean hour.
Beaners.
My turn. So this next story is from the same Instagram account.
Okay.
This one's called In the Laurentians with Grandpa.
In the what?
In the Laurentides. I think it's like a patch of land or something like that.
I'm trying to picture the scenery.
Tides,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's get in the mode.
Yeah.
This happened when I was a teenager, 8 years ago. My family owns a farm in a region of Canada called the Laurentians, which is geologically wise and one of the oldest in the world. So while it was moderately inhabited, its forests are very old and fairly large. Our farm itself is at least a century old and was farmed by at least 3 generations before my grandpa, who was already pretty old himself. A lot of old people.
It's a lot of old going around.
Yeah.
A lot of old.
The context is that after checking some maps, he realized his lot extended a little further than he thought and saw that he had been paying agricultural taxes on a strip of woods about 50 meters wide and 300 meters long that he thought didn't belong to him. After realizing that, he decided to clear the space of trees and till the land for future use since he's paying for it anyways. Over the next winter, we lumbered the area with a backhoe and chainsaws. In a few weeks, we do a good job of removing most large trees. One day, while uprooting a tree with a backhoe, my grandpa unearths some redstones. Oh, Minecraft. Yeah. That look like a circular structure, which stands out because underground in those fields, the only things are clay and standalone rocks. We are curious and dig around for fun, showing a structure that looks like a 5 by 5 meter circle. The outside of the bricks is noticeably different than the side that is facing the side of the structure. We talked a lot over lunch breaks of what that could be. My grandpa says that the line where the field ends has been the same since the first owners and no one ever built anything past the woods line. So it is either a natural feature or is a building that predates colonization. Ooh.
Predates slavery?
Yeah. Back when you were
Grandma might have been
free.
there.
Papa, no!
Work has to keep going, so we leave the structure in the open air over the next days and keep working. We pile up good trucks to be made into pickets and good trunks to be made into pickets for fences, which can fetch a decent price. My grandpa decides to stop the work for this year as spring is coming and we have our usual tasks that take priority. So the pickets stay in their piles and to dry over the season. Over the next months, we never go there as it is far from the house and we have no business at the end of the property anyways. One morning at the beginning of the summer, we come with the tractor to pick up the pile of pickets in the semi-cleared area. As of now, it is devoid of tall trees, but still covered with a small diameter of trees and growing shrubs. My grandpa is driving a tractor and I'm sitting in the cabin too. We are following the wood line to swerve in at the spot where the pile we want is located. There is a strange smell in the air that we notice at the same time, and it keeps intensifying. I can't really describe it since I haven't smelled it before or since, but I know I would recognize it immediately if I encountered it again. It definitely smelled animal-like, with traces of what I expect the breath of a vulture to smell like, and it was very strong. I wondered if it could be a cougar, which is rumored to roam through the region once every few years, but I don't know why it would smell like that, and my grandpa seems much more nervous than me, which is soon contagious. He tells me to take the wheel as he opens the side door to look out. I see that he is tensing up as he sniffs the air and looks to the left and right. Then he jolts and says, "Keep driving straight." He reaches for the beat-up 870 Wingmaster that he keeps in a tractor loaded with target loads. He points it out in the window, and at that point I'm not worried as this kind of situation happens fairly regularly with coyotes, where we start an impromptu hunt in the middle of the workday, but I can tell something is off now. He quickly cycles out all the target loads and puts in some BB loads that he keeps next to the gun, and he shouts, "Keep driving straight, don't look!" I obey it more, because the ground is bumpy and I can't take my eyes off the road for very long, even if I wanted to. And I don't understand why I couldn't look. I've seen him shoot coyotes and wild dogs before. I try to peek and he sees me from the corner of his eyes. My face suddenly hurts and I feel dizzy as he shouts in a panicked voice, "Don't look!" And I realized my grandpa had just backhanded me. He slapped the shit out of me.
Damn. That's why he was dizzy.
He was like, "Bitch, turn around," I said.
He never hit me before, and even when I was a kid. I feel like my eyes are watering, but I don't want to be I'm not gonna say it.
No, say it.
Does it start with the F?
I'll beep it. Say it.
It's a bad word.
Say
all right.
it. I'm gonna beep it.
He's never hit me before, even when I was a kid. I feel like my eyes are watering, but I don't want to be a. And I tense up my jaw. I tense my jaw and I look ahead through my wet eyes. I keep staring in front as I drive, even as he shoots his gun empty and then adds more manually and shoots them right away. He says, "Drive home," as he keeps pointing at the forest. He only eases down halfway home, and I ask what happened sometimes. And sometimes when I ask about the war, he indulges me and speaks about it a little, and then makes a face that means it is enough and he won't speak anymore, and I know not to press the subject. He's making that same face now. He remains silent till we drive home. In the house, he just goes to the pantry, pours a big glass of liquor, and sits in front of the TV. We didn't go back to work that day. He would get up sometimes and refill his glass, and I just hung out helping my grandma around the house while he watched TV. He didn't join us for lunch. The following day, we went back to our regular duties, and we never finished clearing up that strip of land. We never even went back for the pickets. Today, the area is completely overgrown, and it is on its way to looking like the rest of the woods. We keep working the land all the way to the woods, but never doing any work past the ditch that separated the field from the forest. I was always nervous when I hoed the fields and got near there. I started working on the family farm less and less, and as I went to university, I got a job, and when I visited, I never mustered up the courage to ask about what happened, although I knew I must. I would have asked.
I would have fucking asked.
I started working on the family farm less and less as I went to university and got a job. And when I visited, I never mustered up the courage to ask about what happened, although I knew I must. I know my grandpa was worried about his drinking, and now what I know were his last years. He died 2 years ago before I got around to asking about it. My cousin hunted there, and he told me that the red rocks are still visible. I wish I had pictures. I will take some the next time I go there and post them in the next creepy story thread. It doesn't prove much, but maybe some geologists or archaeologists can tell me something about it. It would be a huge weight off my back, but I still never know what was chasing us that day.
So he never found out what it was?
I don't know what it was. Yeah, I know.
It really makes you
That
think,
was an
like,
intense story, though. That shit was intense.
what's crazy about it is, like, that farm has been there for hundreds of years, and that piece of land was never excavated or deforested or anything. So
Yeah, like he didn't know he owned that piece of land.
Yeah, his grandparents, like the owners before that, must have known. Like,
He must have.
I want to know the lore. What do y'all think is in there?
Fuck, I don't know. Sometimes it's like
What if
the
it's
Wendigo or something like that. I don't know. Some beast. That maybe some beast that was like
On
I
a
don't know
farm.
left alone for so long that it's like just the only one of his species about to die and shit, but it's still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of
What
those,
if it's like a skinwalker?
what
What if it's like because he thought it was like a mountain lion at first,
Yeah,
and it could have been like a coyote and stuff, something that they see often.
and then it's just fucking
You just see
Skinwalker.
like a butt naked human running.
what if it was?
oh.
What if it was just Jared from Subway?
Oh, that's right. Don't look.
Look, it is Jerry's. Look it.
I thought it was funny. He got backhanded.
Dude,
He
yeah.
just got smacked.
Like,
Because
I really want to
you
be.
don't want your grandkids to see something that will probably traumatize them for life.
yeah,
But he
You know what
felt
I'm saying?
nauseous too when he tried to turn around.
No, but that's
Maybe-
because his fucking grandpa just slapped the
He
fuck out
was
of him.
dizzy,
he was
yeah.
dizzy.
Right? He said he felt dizzy, but that was before he got hit.
So what do you think the smell was? He said like it smelled like what he thought was like the breath of a vulture, or
Which is
something.
wild. Who the fuck smells vulture breath?
Vulture bread, yeah. No, because you think of vulture bread is probably because they eat dead animals. So that's
Yeah,
what-
so
that's
just
what
a
he
bunch
meant.
of decaying bodies.
Basically, that's what I think he says it smell. And usually, when it comes to like paranormal shit, that smell kind of like lets you know that there's like a demonic presence. So if it's not an animal or a prehistoric beast, it's either maybe like a demon type shit that was following them, like he said, skinwalker. Which I feel like skinwalkers are demons, like the way they act and what they do and shit like that. So talking about that, I have a story about like that same thing.
What?
Grandpa and a kid.
Tell us.
Okay. This story is called
The Birthday Witch.
So I know this one by heart because I heard it on a podcast. It's a Mexican podcast. So shout out to Relatos de la Noche. I fucking love that podcast. And I was listening to it and I catch onto it because it was like really good. So and it's literally every little Mexican kid has gone through something like this with their grandpa, like at some point in their life if they live in Mexico. And basically, just for the sake of the story, I'm gonna name the kid Rolfo. Okay, Rolfo the kid.
Adolfo.
Adolfo, let's call him Adolfo, and then
Adolf.
and then Adolfo, and then grandpa just say abuelo, okay? I'm just calling him abuelo.
Abuelito.
Abuelita, yeah, okay. So basically, Adolfo and his abuelo used to live in in a house in a small town next to some cerros. People don't know what that is. It's hills, like some hills far in the forest. And so usually during the day he will go and work with his abuelo, and Adolfo would follow him, and his abuelo would have a machete, and they'll just go cut in some grass, find some wood, firewood, and clean up their terrains and stuff, take whatever they need to take home. And so they were both working on it. It was like in the middle of the day too, so it was like kind of like 1, 2ish, and the sun's still bright out. They can see like really good in the forest and everything. And out of nowhere, as they're working and stuff, they hear like a whining, like someone weeping, but like in a creepy, yeah.
I'm setting the atmosphere.
It's like no, not a moan, but kind of like it was just like a weeping person or something. And they were like, "What the fuck?" And his abuelo was just like continuing cleaning, and Adolfo was like, "Abuelo, did you hear that?" And then Abuelo's like, "What? You hear what?" And he kind of like was confused because like he wasn't hearing anything. And Adolfo was like, "The weeping." He's like, "What weeping?" And then out of nowhere, it just got louder, like, yeah.
Oh shit, Jackie, you're good at that.
And then abuelo froze up.
Yeah.
And Adolfo was just spending a lot of time with his abuelo, and his abuelo is like a tough dude. You just get scared easily. He's just tough as shit. And just hearing that weeping lady or person, abuelo kind of like froze up and started listening. His eyes widened up. He got goosebumps on his body, and he like out of nowhere just gripped his machete. Shut the fuck up!
I'm setting the atmosphere.
I like the atmosphere. Yeah.
I'll set it up with a fucking soundtrack or something. But
I'm creating the movie.
Yeah, is he not good enough for you?
Yeah, I love it. But basically, as he heard the weeping lady or person, he gripped his machete that he had on his side of his waist, and he gripped it hard. And so Adolfo was kind of creeped out because he's never seen his abuelo be on that alert mode like that, unless it's like something serious, like an animal or something, but not even like that. Because abuelo started getting like pale, like he was seeing something in the distance. And then Adolfo was like, "What do you see, abuelo?" And abuelo's like, "Get behind me, like right now." And Adolfo's like, "What the hell is going on?" And so abuelo pulls out his machete and he just has it on the side. He's looking straight forward. And the part of the forest is just a bunch of like trees, grass, and bushes. So like you can barely see what's behind all of that. And abuelo's just looking at something, and he just hears the weeping woman or person just and so basically as they're listening to that, abuelo sees some figure just getting closer to them. Okay, he sees like the shape of a person with long hair, and for some reason the sun started going a little down behind the mountains, so it got a little more darker in there. It's still bright, but that area's got a little darker, shady. And out of nowhere, abuelo sees the thing just be like right in front of them, and abuelo just swings his machete just once, and you hear something like something fall down to the ground. And Adolfo's like, "Abuelo, ¿qué es eso? What is that, abuelo? Like, what is it?" And abuelo's like, "Vámonos, ahora." And then let's go, let's get the fuck out. And Adolfo's like, "Oh shit, He's grabbing to his grandpa, and he sees the machete that it has some type of blood in it, like red liquid. But
it's dead. It's not crying. Oh no!
They hear the moaning as they keep going, and then just keep running out of there. They just bucket, and then abuelo gets home with them, and abuelo just he's like, "Mijo," was like, "Don't go there anymore." And Adolfo's like, "But abuelo, we left a bunch of shit that we need over there." He's like, "Just don't go back there." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "What is it?" He was like, "Don't worry about it. Like, you don't need to know." And then the day after, they went into a birthday party. One of their family members had a party. It was their birthday, and all the neighbors came along. It's a small town. You know how it is in Mexico. Like, your neighbors are coming, your family's coming, everybody around is coming.
Yeah.
And so, out of nowhere, when Abuelo and Adolfo are at the party with Adolfo's parents and everything, Adolfo is just looking around for his grandpa, and he sees his grandpa standing like in the middle of like the crowd. And Abuela's like, having a good time or something, but he keeps staring at one direction of the party. Yeah. No, that's not a Mexican party, bro.
Oh.
You gotta put some Mexican music.
I can't do that
Exactly.
with my mouth.
Do a Mexican grito.
Do a Mexican grito.
This is gonna be me moaning.
No, but,
I can't do it.
no. But basically, Adolfo just sees Abuelo staring at one place in the party, and then he goes to him, and Abuelo just looking at something, and he sees what he's looking at, and what he's looking is at a person sitting down in a chair, and a bunch of people around that person, like asking, like, what happened? Like, what are you? What happened to you? Like, we haven't seen you in a long time, but you know what happened? And then Adolfo gets closer and sees that the person is missing an arm. Okay, and it seems like the wound is kind of like healed up already, but it kind of seems like it just happened, but it didn't. You know, and it lost an arm, and it was a lady, and that's a lady that a lot of people knew. And Abuelo was staring at it, and then he asked Abuelo, like, "Why are you staring at that lady so much?" And Abuelo's like, "The thing that I attacked yesterday, I cut off his arm. That exact point where that lady's missing her arm." And I thought was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you know, it wasn't even like that. Like, they don't look nothing like. And Abuelo's like, they do, in height, hair, and the thing is though, it looked like demonic type thing in the forest. And apparently that lady was blamed before for doing witchcraft. So what Adolfo came up with is that maybe it was a bruja, like a witch trying to get him, and it was that lady. And then later on, after the party was over, Abuelo went back home with them and everything. He was just in his rocking chair outside. And Abuelo told Adolfo that apparently when he was sitting there drinking his beer, chilling, a little kid came out of the shadows and just stood in front of him, like a weird pale kid. And Abuelo was like, "¿Qué quieres, mijo? Speak up." And the kid was like, we're gonna get payback, and it's gonna be bad. And the little kid just walks out of there into this darkness, and it just is gone. And so Abuelo got a warning about what he did, and he's gonna pay back. And that's the end of the story. Adolfo didn't say anything else of what happened after, but apparently, I think Abuelo died like a year after that of some sickness or something.
Damn, they got their payback.
They got the payback.
Yeah. But yeah, isn't that creepy as fuck though? Like,
That is kind of weird. Yeah, that's spooky.
It's kind of, I don't know.
How do you feel about witches though? Like, how real do you think? Like, how far do you think witches are like real? Like, do you think they're cauldron flying on broomsticks weird?
No.
Or do you feel like?
I feel like they're like psychics, but with more power. Like, what do you mean?
But do you think they could like control you like through voodoo dolls and stuff like that?
I feel like they can like manifest sickness and bad luck into your life.
Yeah, they can put like curses on you.
But it's not.
But it's not like magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel it's not like some witch goes to you like there's like a brew in her house, right?
Right.
Putting like dead animals and like fucking shit and spit in there, so like, and then they're like, drink this and you'll be beautiful for the like. I don't feel like that's how.
What is it? A bruja?
Bruja, yeah.
Okay, so how do you think like the whole demonic version of them is like plausible? Like, do you think that's real?
Yeah,
because I'll consider that on the same category as like a witch, like your stereotypical witch doing magic, like becoming a demon, tapping into that like evil nature.
Like they may be, I may be believed to the you know, to the point where like they can make like deals with certain demons,
but it's not them having power.
But it's not them being demons themselves. I feel like they're like getting power from something outside of the living world. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Cause it'll like
that's
you bring
what
like the whole good witch, bad witch. Some people use it like good energy.
Yeah, because there's some in Mexico, instead of calling them brujas, because they're good witches, they call them like santeras or chamanes, or even like they don't. It's basically chiquitas, no. Preciosas, hermosas, no. But yeah, I feel like they have another name like santeras, like, you know, stuff like that. Which
bring
means
good
energy.
Which
means not really good, but what I've heard is that santeras and chamanes and stuff like that, they kind of like help you like get rid from curses from witches or curses from like basically have really bad luck in your life. They'll help you out. Or like if you really want somebody to heal up from their sickness, they're like, I'll help you out. I can give you something. Or like if you're having like paranormal encounters and you want to just stop from having that, they'll help you out. Or like if you're being haunted by a demon or something like that, they'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not them being like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this good luck so you win the lottery."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
it's
more
not like that. Yeah,
So you can't, they can't give
they're
you
more
greater
like
gifts.
yeah. That's where the
they're
brujas came
they're
in.
more like guardians. They
Yeah.
protect you.
Yeah.
That's where brujas come in. What I feel like brujas can do is like, I'll let you win the lottery.
Oh,
Guess what? You'll die a day after you win the lottery. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
false,
a genie.
Like
yeah,
a genie
it's false
type
power,
thing.
man.
Basically, that's what I think brujas do, because a lot of other people, what I heard is like they go and like, for example, like someone in your family like hates you a lot just because you're doing good in life and they're not, and so they go to a bruja and they're like, I wish for my cousin or sister or grandpa, whatever, to just lose everything like they love in their life and just be doing bad. And the bruja will be like, okay, we'll do it, but if that person goes to a santeria or a santa, that's a santera,
It'll happen to you instead.
fix themselves, it'll bounce back to you. You know what I'm saying?
The person who put the curse on?
That's
or the
what I heard.
person who asked for the curse?
The person who asked for the curse
Okay.
will get the curse onto them or something worse, because I've heard people that have done like love spells on someone they want but they can't have, and the person falls in love with them, but then that person somehow like gets really addicted to them and they want them to like get rid of it.
They get like
the santero
crazy.
will do it, but then later on that person gets like really sick, and like I seen it, not seen it, but one of my uncles who is a chaman, he got a person that did that, and apparently that I've never seen it. This is something that he said. I don't know if it actually happened, but he said that if somebody went to him because that love spell had gone wrong, and so the person came. My uncle said that she looked. I mean, not her, him. He looked very like sick, pale. And when he got to his place, he started puking out worms out of his mouth.
What?
And like black goo coming out of his mouth. And he was like puking all that stuff. And my uncle was like, oh, I know what this is. You wish for something, it happened, and now it's bouncing back on you because you want to get rid of it. And the guy was like, yeah. And so like he's like, we're gonna have to do this whole thing right here, like kind of like a cleansing, where like you know, we're gonna take all this out for you, but we're having no chance. Like he's like, have a really low chance of survival. And apparently he did save the guy, and I knew who he was. I never got close to him, never seen him like that. So I only seen him like twice after that, like after he told me what happened. But like that's what he said it happened. You know, it bounced back on him.
So crazy.
There's
man.
been some brujeria done on my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta tell us about this because you never told us.
Just like a little snippet of it. My mom would tell me this, that like there's this lady who didn't like her and like went to a bruja and like say, hey, do some brujeria on my mom. And then after that, my mom was like super sick, and like she couldn't even get out of bed. She started seeing like demons inside the house and stuff when she was like late at night, and like she was just getting sick and all that shit. And she had to go to a santero, and like he had to do it like 3 or 4 times to like help her alleviate that whatever curse was put on her. But all that happened to her was she was just getting super sick and just like not doing well. Like
that's basically what brujeria is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like that's what I believe. That's my limitations when it comes to witches. Like they can do certain things, but they're not like flying with brooms.
Yeah,
and, like,
but
some
how
potions, you know?
far do you think, like, what do you think is their limit? Like, how far do you think?
I feel like the
bruja
most they
can
could
take it?
probably do, like it'll be maybe because I've seen some stuff about my uncle told me. I feel like maybe the limitation is to make certain like not potions or like brews like that, where like they'll tell you to like, oh, grab this plant, rub it on you, and you will get like what's it called? You'll know when somebody is talking bad about you because your left ear will start itching and like buzzing, and you'll know when somebody's like talking behind your back, and you'll know that person is the one that's doing bad in your life. That's something like I feel like that's what their limitations are when it comes to powers and stuff, you know.
Okay, so I could still beat his ass.
Yeah, you can still do that. Yeah, because witches are not like undefeatable.
No, they're
like,
still humans. I think.
They're
Yeah,
still humans after all. You know,
you can pull a gun out on them. They're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but
It's not like they can cast bullet protection.
I heard someone that actually
Bullet protection. Deflect.
me protejo. Que se vaya el dedo y que venga Dios.
Dude, all the stories, like my buddy Pedro, you know, he told me a story of like, or anytime anyone tells me a story about brujos or brujas and all that stuff, they always say it's like a light, like a ball of fire. Yeah, and like he told me that he was like walking down the street of wherever pueblo he was in, like late at night, and you just see this ball of fire just shoot past him and like jump from tree to tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just like jump around, and he says
crazy.
that's like those are brujos.
But
or
that's
brujas.
what they say. But
Yeah.
they say people have seen it.
Yo, if I see that, taking the fuck off.
You know what? Also, they believe in Mexico that they told me that owls are brujos or brujas.
Yeah, I heard
That's
that too.
cool.
'Cause,
That's
like,
really fucking
let me
cool.
tell you
That's some
something.
Harry Potter
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you want to know something creepy though? Like for like a week, I remember when my uncle told me all this shit that I just told you. After like a week after, I remember that my auntie was like, "Did you hear last night?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, what happened?" He's like, "You not hear that owl sitting in front of your window, in your tree that you have in your yard?" I'm like, "Really?" Like, yeah, it was just like ooh, ooh, all night, and I'm like, "Really?" And I never paid attention to it. And I remember I stayed up the day after that night. I stayed up. I shit you not, that motherfucker went into my window and grabbed the fucking metal bars, and he just stood there. He was like, ooh, ooh, and you just see his head just turn and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, and it was like right there, and I just went, and he just stood there, ooh. And I'm like,
He's like, "No, you think that little hand scared me, bro?"
Yep, dude. And now
I've been watching you jack off for 4 nights now.
no, and I had to like put my hand and push him. But like,
You touched it?
Yeah, I was like, fuck off. And I pushed him out, and he just went back to the tree and stood there the entire night. And I could hear him, and I went to bed. I could hear him, woo, and just I could see it. Like if I peeked out the window, he would just see his eyes just looking around and shit. And that was like for a whole week. And my auntie was like, okay. He's like, you know what? He's like, go with your abuelo down the street and tell him to do a limpia real quick. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is that? He's like, when they do, like, they put like a candle all over your body,
Yeah,
and they do the spraying thing. And I'm like, okay. And I went down there, and like, I'm abuelo. She's like, pasa, mijo. Like, what happened? He's like, Tia says to do me a limpia. He's like, ven pa acá. And I was just standing there like this. And he was like, well,
then he started touching you.
yeah. And he's like, dude, he does my butt, and then he goes my nuts, and then he goes everywhere. Because
Really?
he's like, no sickness, nothing. So he's like,
Did he like flick your dick?
no, motherfucker. He just grabbed the candle. He didn't touch me.
Oh, he
with it.
grabbed it?
No.
Grabbed the balls and was like, "This is a part of the cleansing, mijo."
I promise. I
I
promise.
promise.
This is part of the cleansing.
Nah, I'm gonna take out the bad white juice that's inside me.
The bad white juice.
Stop ruining my family for me, bitches.
Oh, the bad white juice.
Man, my uncle actually cleaned me a lot of times. Then.
Oh my god.
I'm a pretty clean nephew.
There's
No.
no negative energy with me.
At all.
At all.
Completely drained.
Jesus Christ, that is horrible. No, but he didn't touch me. He just like passed the candle like in front of my part, like my body.
Yeah.
Like he didn't literally like just went and touch me. But yeah, he was like, oh, you're good. And then like after that, I don't know if it was like a coincidence or like if it actually worked or something. But the owl, like that was the day I did that night, he stood in front of my tree, didn't do anything, and then after that, it was gone. It never came back. And it was one of those white owls, like the big one.
Oh,
Like, the one that hunt rats and shit.
Yeah.
The one that fly quietly. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
never knew when he was there those weeks. Like, he'll fly in. Usually you'll hear a bird or whatever just go down because, like, it's right there. But that motherfucker would just appear. Like, I would not hear him fly in.
He teleports.
No, but I found out that owls, that rat hunters, they don't make a sound when they fly and dive down. Because they're that stealthy. But it was still creepy, though, because, like, I don't know. I'll be while doing something, looking outside. There's nothing in the tree. I like 2 seconds. I look up and it's right there. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what is terrifying?
Yeah.
You ever seen a wet owl?
yeah.
Yeah. You seen the holes they have in their
Oh
ears?
my
Their
god,
ears is
that
weird.
is nightmare fuel. That's why they fly so quiet, because they're little fucking aliens.
They are.
That's why some people think they see aliens
Yeah.
because all they do is
It just rains.
it's just a
Owl.
wet owl.
Just an owl.
Let me see if I can find it because I actually saw a picture of that today.
Like wet owls are
Wait, did you really?
terrifying.
What the fuck?
Let's see, wet
Owl.
owls.
It's like a big cock. Just
Why should be some code word for porn and then I
Oh,
just
God.
get a bunch of porn on like
That's definitely like a porn category.
Would it be? What the fuck?
Probably. There's probably a community called Wet Owl.
oh, this is real. Look at this stupid ass motherfucker.
He looks derpy.
Save me that picture. Save it. What the fuck?
That's it.
Put a chain on him and he's fucking
Ripping.
swag.
He looks like an Among Us character.
He looks like he's been smoking that good ganja, bro. He looks like Jacko in the morning when he wakes and bakes, bro.
Yeah, I think that one looks dorky.
Jacko after a shower. Just high as fuck. Yeah.
There's another one.
Yeah, they look weird. Yeah, they look dumb.
And there's some of them like if you find like featherless owls, like with no feathers on them,
so
those are creepy
weird,
too.
Yeah, a featherless owl looks disgusting.
No, let me look that up.
Oh no, I don't want to see it. It's weird.
I do.
God damn it, Boca, turn around.
Fatherless owl.
Fatherless.
It's just a baby owl with no parents around.
Just like me for real.
Oh yeah.
Picture of Taco just pops up. Let me see.
Hold on, let me save it so you can show it.
It's just terrifying. And look at that.
See, ew. What the fuck is that?
It
Why
makes me kind of hungry.
Yeah, no.
Right, with some fucking sauce.
Put that thing in some oil, put
Yeah,
some
put some-
Cajun seasoning
put
on
some-
it. He's
Bro,
good.
we got
Some of that KFC.
Oh, this is a
herbs
picture
and
that I think of.
spices.
This shit.
Oh yeah, see.
Yeah.
That's what people see it out in the night sometimes.
Yeah,
They're like
look.
aliens. Yeah, but wait. Oh yeah, not your story, bro. I told mine.
So,
You got another one?
Let me just check my position. My emails, I meant. I got one more.
Yeah.
You do one more?
One more.
Are we bouncing?
Are we bouncing?
you bouncing?
Am I still good or did it fix? Okay, good.
Whip it out, sound test. Yeah, fuck. Let me do it. Redo. Whip it out, sound technician.
Sound technician just pulls out a big cock.
Yeah, in balls. In balls.
As a matter of fact, sound technician fucks Jacko. Jacko doesn't fuck sound technician.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Jocko.
Yeah.
No.
That's why he has a blanket on in him right now.
Yeah, he's got a pillow. He's sitting on a pillow right now. It hurts.
It was a good time. It was a real good time.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Go ahead.
It's called
Spider-Man.
In the Jungle.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Awimbo wapa bimbo wapa himbo wapa himbo wapa bimbo wapa himbo wapa himbo wapa himbo wapa. Hey, hey, hey. All right. All right.
Random as fuck.
So,
I'm
early last year, I met a man on the train from Rumtai to Wellington. He was middle-aged, from what I could tell, about 50, or maybe he was in his late 40s. We started talking, and he told me he had been a soldier in the Vietnam War. Obviously, I was keen to change the subject, so I asked if he was interested in any mysteries, the unexplained. He laughed slightly and said,
Ha 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 ha.
and said, "You won't believe me, but in Nam, I nearly got my head ripped off by a spider the size of a car. Do you believe that?"
What?
He nearly got his head ripped off by a spider the size of a car. So, Matias is deathly scared of spiders.
I just got a
He's
goosebump,
terrified
bro.
of spiders.
Like a little.
Like a little bitch.
Dude, I just got goosebumps. Look
You
at
got
my-
goosebumps? You got
Yeah.
goosies?
Dude, just
Finish the
exactly,
story.
Continue. What the fuck? Oh.
I stared for a moment and then, ignoring the question, I asked,
Hmm.
Could you tell me the story? He wasn't an overly good soldier, apparently.
Hmm.
He could barely handle a gun and had trouble taking orders. This didn't make him hugely popular with the commanders. No, he was just a
he
soldier,
just
like a infantryman in the Vietnam War, I'm
Oh.
assuming.
He was
Yeah.
just an asshole.
Yeah, just a shitbag. That's what we call those shitbags in the army.
Man.
Yeah. This didn't make him hugely popular with the commanders, but he was adored by his fellow soldiers. He described himself as a bit of a clown and those bad times. It was during a long tramp through the dense jungle that he became separated with his platoon and became lost in the bush. Every time I hear Vietnam stories, it always freak me out because there's always like giant centipedes, giant bugs,
Yeah.
all that type of shit.
God.
Seeing
Is it
ghosts
the
and
bugs
figures.
that freaked you out? Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What else would freak you out? What are you
What
insinuating?
are you insinuating, bro? What you mean by that?
I don't know. You brought up Vietnam.
Vietnamese people scare him.
Yeah, they're always squinting.
Oh my god, we're getting canceled tonight.
Bleep it out.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
making the loudest line in the entire podcast. They're Vietnamese people are squinting all the time.
I have a Vietnamese friend, so he lets me say that to him all the time.
Okay, it's okay. You get the Vietnamese.
What's
guy.
his name?
What's his name?
I'm not gonna.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, panicking. You know, he got lost. So panicking, he ran madly through the jungle. Suddenly tripped on a tree root and was sent tumbling into a small valley. mostly hidden by vegetation. After pulling himself off the ground, he observed the surroundings, and he saw the valley walls were too high and too steep to climb out of, and that there appeared to be no other possible exit route. He considered shouting for help, but decided against it.
He said he considered it.
He considered it.
Maybe I shouldn't do that.
But he decided against it as there could easily be enemy troops nearby, and assuming he hadn't strayed too far from his platoon, he didn't want to put his fellow men in danger. Smart. So he began wandering the valley edge looking for possible means of escaping. I like the sound effect. Yeah. After about 2 hours of doing this, he heard a rustling sound behind him, accompanied seconds later by a disturbing clicking noise. Clicking. When I hear clicking, I'm thinking like...
I'm thinking of like
the Predator?
Africans.
He stood still for some time, but eventually decided it had just been a common animal like a bird. He continued walking. After what the man assumed was around an hour, he began to feel thirsty, and had still found no means to escape. Hoping that the valley would end up in a dip that would be easy to walk up, he traveled forward. Suddenly, he heard another rushing and clicking noise near his side.
Oh my god, dude, this is creepy as fuck. Stop.
Again, he stood and waited. As he looked around for a cause of the noise, there was another, closer sound. And he turned in the direction of it. He nearly screamed when he saw it.
Is he meding or about to scream?
He's like...
Oh, okay.
It's like in Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z, when like Vegeta's like threatened, he's like...
Yeah.
You got the bead of sweat coming out, he's just like...
Yeah, he's just getting the meanest sloppy of his life.
Jesus.
Through the gap in some tall, long-stemmed plants was the expressionless face of a spider making a slow clicking noise. But it was not that which made him recoil in shock. It was the fact that the creature he was looking at was larger than a man. He was motionless for a time, his breath stuck in his throat. He stared at the monster, and it stared back with his 8 eyes. After what must have seemed like an eternity, he turned and sprint, only to hear with horror the sound of scuttling behind him. Just imagine that, just getting chased by a big-ass spider.
God, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. I am gripping my fucking mic and my blanket so hard right now.
Eventually, the beast caught up with him, pushed him to the ground with the two small front claws, and circled him with the other 8 legs. Twice he attempted to get up, but was violently whacked back into the dirt. On the third attempt, he escaped, but was almost immediately then caught by its front claws, which dangled in front of him. He thrashed and kicked, causing the spider to grip more tightly with his claws, leaving bloody gashes on his shoulders. He managed to kick it in one of its eyes, which made it relinquish him and cower. Using this to his advantage, the man began to climb up the valley wall despite knowing that it would be impossible to reach the top. He spotted a small ledge and climbed into it. Below him, the gargantuan animal clicked loudly, thrusting out his claws and legs, unable to climb the wall. After some time, he realized the creature was never going to stop pursuing him, and he had to climb from the ledge out of the valley. He eventually did so by using a falling tree branch which was hanging precariously on the edge of the valley wall, and he sprinted as fast as he could from the spider's lair. After 2 days of wandering the jungle, he was discovered by a member of his platoon, which took him back to base, where his wounds were immediately treated.
Hey, we've been missing you.
Where you went, man?
Big ass man.
Upon telling the other men what happened, they assumed he had just become unconscious, and the whole event was a hallucination, after he sustained the injuries from ordinary events that would occur to someone lost and panicking. He maintains to this day, however, that his story is true. Now, from a biological point of view, it is highly unlikely that a spider could grow so big through a freak mutation or a genetic anomaly, but not entirely impossible. It is also not impossible, but highly unlikely, that the spider was a species of arachnid which had adapted to being large, but is now rare or extinct. The man could be lying.
No, but I mean, did he say he ever passed out?
I'll say he could be lying because he got away from the spider by climbing.
Yeah, and you told me a spider can't climb.
The spider couldn't climb.
Yeah. But how much more romantic is it to think that deep within the Vietnamese jungle there lurked the last of some prehistoric species?
Dude, it's happened.
Or some freak monster haunting those that found him in its lair. And on this final note, may I add that the man who told me the story showed me his shoulders as evidence. And indeed, from the top of his shoulder to the chest, they had long time faded wounds, just as his story claimed.
You see this weird scar I had? Well, I got it from the abominable little Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's definitely not from that one BDSM encounter I had with a weird prostitute in Vietnam.
No, but if you think about it, like you know how the oceans at the bottom, deepest parts of the oceans is like pockets of like this like area that's protected by some weird.
Oh, we haven't even discovered all those.
And like if you go down there, they're said to be like species from back in the day that haven't gone extinct and survived in down there. You know, so I feel like maybe in like on the jungle or in the forest, there's places that we haven't actually went in there and explore like that.
That's what I believe.
They stay like in that area. I haven't been able to like explore anything else because they're just used to that area.
Yeah,
they just lived off of like the animals and stuff that they can hunt there.
That's the Amazon rainforest.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, because we have not discovered all of it, like 100% of the rainforest. And what's cool is that we're still finding like signs of civilization inside the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, see?
I think there's definitely potential for there to be undiscovered creatures in those areas. Just because, you know, the world is so big, you know?
So do you think like, you know, the Kraken's real in the ocean?
Yeah.
Well, there's giant squid.
No, I'm talking about the Kraken, the thing that was pulling down battleships.
I feel like it's not specifically like something like exactly like the Kraken, but I feel like there's some species of animals that we yet haven't discovered because they know where to go back to, and we can't reach those areas.
Have you but since we're finding giant squids, there's proof that megalodons are real, so we know everything back in the day was fucking huge.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I kind of think a Kraken might be a real thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's hard to justify that just because, like, from an environmental sense, there's not enough food for a Kraken, let alone multiple Krakens, to like live off of. You know, there's only so many big animals that would keep them fed, and you know, a creature being that big, you know, it's got to eat a lot.
Well, that's what we said in the past.
About what?
About just about like big, like megalodons and big creatures in general.
Yeah, but
like,
everything was bigger back in the day.
But we still haven't discovered all the ocean.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's what I was like. There's so much of the ocean that we haven't discovered. Like there could be big enough creatures to sustain even bigger creatures.
Yeah.
Like giant. Are you seeing a giant squid? Them things are fucking huge.
Yeah.
Their eyes is bigger than your head.
What? Dude, getting attacked by a giant squid, just getting chewed apart by its beak.
Oh.
Like it wraps around you and just.
I feel like they're the birds of the ocean.
Squids? Oh yeah, they do.
The ocean creatures get fucking huge, dude.
They get ugly. Have you seen that fish that has teeth, like human teeth?
Oh yeah.
That's so weird. that motherfucker bites.
Yeah. I only said that because me and my fiance Bali went to the aquarium not too long ago, and we like looked at a whale shark like in person. Holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Like you think like, oh, of course, it's a whale shark. It's big. Nah, dude, this thing is fucking massive.
Humongous, bro.
Like just think of your high school, but all of it was a whale shark. Like, I'm telling you, they're fucking huge. So, like, if there's creatures out there that feed off of, like, plankton and non-meat, like, they're not carnivores, they're omnivores.
They're filter feeders.
Or filter feeders. There's got to be something that
hunt them.
Could eat that, possibly.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because, like, there's, I don't know how... Don't take me too serious in this, because this is something I can
take me serious.
I'm going to take you dead serious.
I am not a biologist, but... there's been cases where they find like the sperm whales, how big they are.
Yeah.
They're humongous. They're giant. The most you can swim in their veins, like literally. But they're so big, and there's been cases that have been found by biologists where a sperm whale has been found with a giant bite that almost took half of his body off.
Oh,
There's nothing
shit.
huge that can do that to a sperm whale. A shark can take a bite out of a fucking sperm whale. It'll be just like taking a piece of your leg, and you'll still
Yeah,
survive
but like
stuff.
not half of
Not
you.
half of you. No, exactly. So there's been whales, like sperm whales, that have been washed to shore or just been found in the middle of the ocean, and they're missing half of their body. And it doesn't seem like it's been eaten by certain animals to the point where like eat half of it. No,
Yeah.
it's like a clean bite, just ripped it apart. And you just think like, what the fuck is down there that just decided to and just left?
Like,
So
And it's that.
I think there's something. There gotta
Yeah.
be something crazy down
yeah,
there.
I saw this one thing on Discovery Channel during Shark Week. They were telling this story of this shark, this great white shark that they had tagged, right? And then when you tag a shark, it tells you all of its information, where it's
Yeah.
going, the surrounding temperature it's in, and all that stuff. And one day, this shark just disappeared.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So what happened? Like, based on the tracking, they could tell the shark was just cruising the ocean, and out of nowhere, it just speeds up. Like it starts going fast, like it's
Like,
being
started
chased.
running.
Like it's being
a
chased.
white shark?
A great white shark.
What the fuck?
Like it's being chased, and then like in the maps that they see, like the trail this shark was taking, they saw that it took like a super deep dive. Like it just started diving deep into the water, and then all of a sudden, since they can see its temperature, the temperature around the shark just changed immediately from like it was going deep into the ocean. It's cold down there, so it was like freaking 40 something degrees or something.
or minus 40.
And
yeah.
or so it was cold. It's cold down
cold.
there.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, the temperature jumped up to like 90 something, 80,
Almost
90
like it was
something.
like
Like a
inside
Like it
something.
was
Like a living
inside
creature.
something.
Yeah.
Like the guy eating.
What?
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm telling you. Look,
Dang,
I love
man.
the ocean. Like when I was a kid, I dreamed of like actually going down to the submarine, watch the live down there, and just be.
Yeah.
But now that you really think about it,
You gotta respect it, dog.
Yeah.
dude, it's just
This
Mother
is-
Nature telling you don't come down here.
If you really want to go like underwater and stuff, there's this cool company. I think it's called Ocean Gate. You can go down. You can take submarine trips down there.
And the cool thing is like
And the
video
cool thing
game.
is, y'all do not come back.
yeah, it's like a forever trip.
there.
No, the thing is you can also control it with a fucking video game controller, so it's fun.
With the Nintendo controller.
No, it was a logic stick or something. And I was like, what the fuck? Dude, I'm telling you, like, I don't know. It's
I think the ocean is like our version of space that
Yeah.
we could get to, because we haven't explored all of space, and we still haven't explored all the oceans. Like we find more species every day in the ocean than
Yeah.
anywhere else.
no, like that's why they say like NASA used to be like part of like the.
What do you say like that?
ocean-
NASA.
I don't know.
NASA.
NASA, yeah, it used to be part of the exploration.
He makes
of
it
the
sound like
ocean.
we just pronounce it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's better than us.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying NASA just sounds right.
It's actually called NASA.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they used to
NASA.
explore
they
the
used to
ocean.
lose the ocean, but they said that.
But then they got
The
scared.
theory is that they were going like deep places and like the Mariana Trench, just trying to explore, and that they found something that they were like, we shouldn't really mess with this, and they just changed like, you know what, space sounds easier, and they just went to space and they started doing space stuff. Yeah, that's just the word. That's just
Okay, what do you think is scarier, just the great abyss of space or the great abyss of the ocean?
The ocean.
The ocean's scary.
100% is the
yeah.
ocean.
Because in space, you're just like floating away, planets.
But space is dark as fuck too.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like this is certain thing that you can get scared of space, but it's not like I'm gonna find a giant beast down in the middle of the vacuum of space. No, if you go to the ocean and you go way too deep, for fucking sure it's something you're gonna find it.
it's just like what's strange is like Mother Nature purposely made the ocean not accessible for humans, because
For a
as soon
reason.
as you get to a certain level of depth, like your body's just gonna
Yep.
like kill itself.
Yeah, because it's just pounds and pounds just crushing you. But I feel like if one day we actually develop the technology to withstand that amount of pressure on like fucking Ocean Gate, and you can actually have human beings in there, controlling everything.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna find something very, very big or really fucking creepy.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Bro. An ocean monkey? What the fuck? No, I feel like we're gonna find something like the Kraken or giant quadruple super megalodon or something like
Or what's his name? Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, yeah. Like I don't know. I feel like there's stuff down there that come out once in a while.
Was that funny?
Why is that funny?
Cthulhu?
You know who Cthulhu is?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, yeah.
Not Cthulhu.
Oh,
Cthulhu,
There's an
Cthulhu.
H. That's why I'm laughing.
Cthulhu,
That
Cthulhu.
motherfucker, yeah.
That
Him
bitch,
too, we're finding him too.
yeah.
That's why I'm
Cthulhu and
laughing.
Cthulhu.
Like, Cthulhu, yeah.
Cthulhu and Cthulhu.
That's his name.
Yeah.
My name.
Like just remember that movie we watched underwater or something?
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's about him like at the very end, like
You see
the girl
Cthulhu,
sees
yeah.
bro, terrifying.
Dude,
Yeah, that was
that's a good ocean
scary.
scary movie. You guys
Fucking
gotta watch
tired.
it. That's being certified. Go watch it.
Being
underwater.
certified, spooky. What's it
Oh,
called?
shit.
Underwater.
Yeah.
Whatever year it came out, Matias will show you whatever.
If you are afraid of the ocean and deep, like the depths of it, just go.
That's
watch
my
that.
biggest fear.
Yeah, but like it just scares you to think that there's stuff in nature that we can just not comprehend.
I think it's just like we shouldn't fuck with it.
I feel like we
Like
should.
they haven't been fucking with us. I'm not
What
gonna
if
fuck
why
with
do
them.
they contain the secrets of planet Earth? Like once we find those beasts and study it, we're like, whoa.
Yeah, and then as a punishment, they come to your room every night to butt fuck you. So I was like,
Why is that a fucking punishment? What if I like it?
Let's go over biggest fears. What is your biggest fear, Jocko?
like we were talking about, this being stranded in the middle of the ocean.
Really? I mean, yeah, that's a big fear, but I wouldn't be like terrified and have nightmares about it. To me, that's not.
My whole thing is just the fact of the unknown. Like if you
Yeah.
were placed in the middle of the ocean, somewhere we have not explored yet,
Oh,
with
now
nobody there to
yeah,
be
that's different,
be
that's
around
different.
you, and you just feel something brush against your leg.
Oh
It's just
my
fucking-
god!
It's just pitch black.
Yeah.
There. You can't see in the water
Holy
because it's
shit.
pitch black.
You know, like Thieves of the Sea, where like you see the crack and it just turns, the ocean turns black.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that happened in real
Yeah,
life,
you-
bro. I was
Then
just
you feel something that's brush against your leg.
Yeah. That's my same thing. I'm scared of like
fucking
I'm scared
kill
of the
myself.
unknown.
Yeah.
It could be the ocean, the open ocean, just like or like murky water. You just can't see the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Like if I start walking in it, like if I'm in water and like I can't see the bottom and I start touching weird stuff, that freaks me out.
like stepping on that bitch just
In the middle of the woods, just in the dark, you can't see nothing.
You start
just
hearing
like
shit.
Yeah.
being able to not know something, like what's your surrounding, the unknown,
I mean,
that
that's, I
scares
think that's
me.
everyone's fear, but like something specific to you.
Specific to me, getting
Yeah.
raped by a man.
Is that really a fear you have? It's not, bro.
That was so.
That's a matter of fact. It's gonna come through right now.
so out of pocket.
I said a man.
Fuck you. No, really? Is that your fear?
No. Biggest.
No, honestly, it might be like but my biggest fear is like forgetting.
Forgetting?
Forgetting.
Like amnesia?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Alzheimer or something?
Because just think about like, what if like one day an accident happens or you just get really sick and everything that you love to remember and like reminisce about, you just can't remember anymore.
It's like restart.
It's not even a restart. You just don't know what the fuck. Like imagine you had kids and your kids come up to you and like, Dad, this said
What the fuck are you?
and you don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's
So you forget. I know you have your daughter. You forget that moment you had with Lily when you first held her.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, that's the
sad.
kind. That's kind of.
But that's the thing though, you won't remember. Like you're not gonna feel anything.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm scared. Like I want to remember.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like
a
not
big fear.
remembering.
I get that one. That's valid. Yeah.
Yeah, that and oceans.
That and oceans. No, my
Multiple.
biggest fear.
Spiders.
Spiders.
Spiders, yeah, but like something else, like for me, like it's really fucking creepy and scary. Like I dream of like one day going into space and actually seeing like the planets, stars. Just, I love that. Like I'm not like if they told me today, Elon Musk was like, "You are the beaner to come with me into space."
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, I'm in. Like I'll go. But one of my fears is like being up there, like being like just get stranded in space. Like you know you're gonna die, run out of oxygen and water, but you're in the middle of like literally space. There's nothing, bro, and you're just going because you can't get stopped at all. You just keep going, and like that, or either end up in a fucking black hole, just
So,
see in
like,
a black hole and just about to fucking go in it. And
Most
die.
of like just being stranded, knowing that like
no, in space, basically space.
Well, I'm just saying like being stranded in general. Like let's say you were out on the field and like in the middle of the woods or something, and you had somebody who was your guide to help you get through these woods to get to your destination, and then he dies or something crazy
I'll
happens to
become
him,
Tarzan, bro. Fuck it.
and you don't have enough supplies to last you like more than like a couple of days and
No,
you're
but
just
like
stuck
that's
out
the
there.
thing though. Like I feel like to me that would be scary, yeah, because you're lost and you know you could die at any moment. But the thing is that like I know it's a forest. It's just a forest. Like it's something I see every day, and there's animals, plants. But I mean, being in space, you don't know nothing about space. You're just like everything is literally completely unknown to you.
I mean, you couldn't know nothing about the woods and the forest, that's why you had to guide.
no, obviously, but I'm talking.
So you don't
about,
know if you should eat the berries or these berries gonna make you have the shits for like 4 weeks.
No, see, but at least you have a choice that would
Yeah.
to see if that there's, you know, those are berries. The thing you don't know is that if you can eat them or not. Like that, you have choices. But in space, you're just literally in space. There's nothing. You're not even in a fucking planet. You're just floating away, knowing you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That is one.
it reminds me of the movie what is it, Martian?
Gravity?
No, the Martian.
Oh yeah,
Martian's pretty
Martian.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that movie.
Yeah,
Kind of like that. Yeah.
he had to learn how to grow potatoes.
Bro, yes, bro. Imagine growing potatoes on a planet like that. Would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, all you have to do is use your shit.
Literally, he
That's
probably
what he did. He
Shit.
used his shit, yeah.
Oh no, that's solid. Like,
But yeah, that's none of my.
I say I'm scared of getting murdered, not like dying, like not death in general, like being murdered by another human being. Like
Oh, that's-
just the fact
yeah.
that you know we all know that we all have our morals. We know that murder is bad.
Yeah.
It's like
Bad.
frowned upon.
but it doesn't
no one
keep you
should do
from
it.
it.
But anybody can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Anybody
Like,
can do it. And just the fact that someone, first of all, I'm in a helpless situation, vulnerable situation. He probably has me tied up and everything, or she, and got to be inclusive. You know, it could be a lady, and like they have your life in their hands, and they kill you. And usually murderers, they kill you in like gruesome ways.
Yeah, or
And
slowly.
serial
and
killers,
painfully,
yeah, they torture you and stuff. Basically, yeah, just
You know
getting
something? You know
killed
something creepier
by
that would
someone
scare
else.
you
So
more?
being a victim.
being a victim, yeah,
to add to your fear.
that leads to death. No, not just like
Oh.
a sexual assault victim.
I just being a victim in general would just
Yeah.
be terrifying.
Yeah.
Being helpless.
But adding to your fear, think about this: you're more likely to get killed by someone you know than by a stranger.
Well, that makes me feel better because at least it's not some random dude.
Motherfucker, your mom could kill you. You don't
Good.
know
She
that.
brought me into this world. She can take me out.
What if
I will wine and dine you, make you a bubble bath, see if you remember this, and then when we're ready, I'll just bite your dick off.
Oh my!
What the fuck?
From the
Your story.
the German meat strangler.
You don't remember it?
That
You
guy-
told the story
Oh my God, you told the story about the cannibal. who-
about the cannibal.
Oh, Albert
like,
Fish?
No, the one that went online and looked for people to get.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
made him a nice
yeah,
bubble
yeah.
bath. They
Yeah.
wine and dine and bit his
Yeah, he
dick
tried to
off.
bite his dick off, but it was too hard.
Yeah.
He's like, man, this is chewy.
No, but yeah, like I said, like you're more likely, like that one video I showed you about Joe or Justin Moore, and like the one you kill his dad.
Yeah.
like you're more likely to get killed by someone really close to you than by any stranger.
Well, that's even more terrifying when you
Yeah,
think
because
about it.
literally, like you're sleeping with people you love and care for, and the crazy things like you're more likely to get killed by them than by any stranger or psychopath you see out there. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Like that's-
daughter could kill you one day.
Exactly.
Do you put your daughter to bed like, I love you so much, but if you try anything, I will beat the fuck out you.
I mean, I'm not gonna let my daughter.
Because I ain't no bitch.
I'm gonna throw a trash at you.
He walks away.
But yeah, that would say it for this creepy bean hour episode.
We hope we
Two
spooked
beans
you.
in the black.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 beans in the black. We hope we scared you good. Drop your comments on what your biggest fear is so we can exploit them.
Oh fuck.
How's the email been going with the stories?
We haven't got any.
Yeah, we don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people. You guys comment some out of pocket shit, dude. We see some weird ass comments.
we do. Our fucking podcast is out of pocket.
Yeah.
Our audience is bound to be like that.
If y'all do, email us your stories. We will put segments in these videos to
We need to make
read.
a horrified bean email.
I thought we already
We
had
have
one.
one.
Yeah, we have
Do
one.
we?
yeah, it's in the YouTube. You can just click on it and it says, horrified bean podcast at gmail.com.
At horrifiedbeanpodcast@gmail.com.
Email us your
Email
stories.
us your stories.
Please.
That way, like, no one, you don't put them in the
Please.
comments and everybody else already reads them, so we can't talk about them. We're trying to plan the trip to like find a spooky area, record outside in like the dark and stuff. So drop your scary stories, and maybe we can read those during that
Yep.
recording.
If
Maybe.
you want to be anonymous, please, before the story starts, just say anonymous,
Yeah,
please.
tell us you're anonymous, or you can say
Or-
a fake name or something.
Or just use your regular name and we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah,
when you
first
start.
name, if you want a shout out, we can shout you out. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully we can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Not this next episode, but the next episode after, maybe we will be somewhere out there telling creepy stories.
Lost
in the fucking middle of the woods. But, yeah. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.
We love you.
We love you.
And if you made it to the end, comment hashtag.
Yeah.
So horrified means out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh shit.